Hey everyone, I wanted to share something with y'all here. I have seen a lot of denial and confusion when it comes to spiritual and even mystical ideas, and many people, they acknowledge the spiritual, but they don't realize that the spiritual is the mystical. And so let me show you a something here real quick. On dictionary.com, you can't get any more basic than that. On dictionary.com, for a mystic, the definition: first adjective, involving or characterized by esoteric, otherworldly, or symbolic practices or content, as certain religious ceremonies and art, spiritual, significant, ethereal. And of course, you get the other adjectives, when it comes to pertaining to mysteries known only to the initiated, of occult character, power, and significance, obscure, mysterious character or significance. And then you got the noun portion: a person who claims to attain or believes in the possibility of attaining insight into mysteries, transcending ordinary human knowledge, as by direct communication with the divine, aka God the Most High, or immediate intuition in a state of spiritual ecstasy. Person initiated into religious mysteries. So basically, it's saying that I'm saying that the enemy can use these things for his own power. He can't create anything. The enemy cannot create anything, since he has no life in him. Only God that has life can create anything. So all this stuff about the enemy, the adversary, creating things, that's not true. He uses things that have already been created. John 1, Jesus created everything that was created, and there's nothing that exists that he didn't create. So the enemy uses these things for his own power, and he takes the people who are not in God's will, are wanting to do stuff in their own thing. He uses the thing that has already been created, and people do the stuff with bad intentions. So, with that being said, anything that is spiritual is mystical. So we go to Genesis 1, whenever Adam and Eve are created, and they speak, they walk with Jesus. That is, and that was before their fall. So of course, that's a spiritual experience, because, they were like God at that point, before their fall, before they entered into the state that we are in right now. And of course, they fell. But even at the very beginning, when Jesus and when God said that the day you eat the fruit, whatever, whether you want to take that as literal, symbolic, I don't care at this point. The day you eat the fruit, you will die. So of course, they were hearing from Jesus at this time that that the day they eat of the fruit, they die. So of course, that would go into receiving information that's beyond normal, human understanding. That they're basically children at that time. Even though they were full stature, they still were very naive, and they didn't have any of this understanding. So they were being told the stuff without even understanding what it meant. And of course, they did die. So fast forward a little bit, and we get to, let's say, Moses. Moses, we know what his story is. He gets out to the desert, and God appears to him as a burning bush. And God calls him. That's a spiritual experience. God tells him certain things. He tells him, take off your sandals. This is holy ground. And Moses is talking to God, And this is a spiritual experience, and this is also known as a mystical experience. And so he does all that stuff, takes them out. And during this entire course of time, all this stuff going on, Moses, he is talking to God throughout the time, and he's receiving understanding and knowledge that is beyond human knowledge at this time. Again, that's a spiritual experience. That is a mystical experience. The people, the magicians that were doing all the work, that were doing all their works, shall I say. They're doing their magical works, and then Moses does his stuff. He was still having a mystical experience doing all this stuff in front of them. So I'm going to stop there. I'm going to make more. And I would say it's impossible to go through every single one of them just because the Bible is full of all these things here. But I'm going to start and stop with this one, and I'm just going to continue till till the Lord stops me or whatever. But I want people to really understand what it is, and this is my personal opinion, that I believe that all Christians are mystics. They just don't really understand it. Well, the ones that are actually pursuing a relationship with the Father via spiritual experience, spiritual mystical experience, whether you have dreams, you talk to him on a day-to-day basis, you have visions, anything of the like, it's still a spiritual experience, which is a mystical experience. Anyway, hope you all have a good one. Thank you for taking the time and watching this video. I want to encourage you to like and subscribe to this channel to help boost the ratings, and prayerfully consider supporting this channel. I personally believe that God is rising up the smaller ministries to do a big job in his kingdom, and this is not possible without support from his children, us. If you would, go to my website, www.thegothicmystic.com. There you'll find a variety of videos, my blog, services I offer, and ways to support. Again, thank you for your time.